Revolutionary greetings, dear comrades. This is Ehtmam from Forum Against Corporatization and Militarization. On behalf of Forum Against Corporatization and Militarization, we extend our greetings of solidarity to all the people present there, all the people as well as the organizers and different organizations present in the protest gathering against CANSEC 2024. While we talk about CANSEC 2024 and oppose the global arms deal and global military alliance among imperialists and their watchdogs, especially in the context of war on Gaza, we talk about how imperialism and its different puppet regimes and their allies are functioning in cahoots against the people of oppressed peoples across the world. In India, we are observing that a great military onslaught is being waged against the indigenous tribal peasant of the country, particularly in states of Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, Telangana, Andhra, Kerala, and Gadchiroli region of Maharashtra. If we talk about Bastar, that is a division of 7 states of Chhattisgarh, 7 districts of state of Chhattisgarh in India, we observe that an intense war-like situation has been created by Indian state, and imperialist powers like US, Russia, and their watchdogs like Israel are helping Indian state to unleash this war. Indian state has in the past purchased automatic rifles, assault rifles from US. It had made deals of procurement of 6.5 lakh AK-203 series rifles that will be used in so-called counter-insurgency operations in central India as well as to quell oppressed nationality struggles in Kashmir and northeastern states of the country. In Bastar alone, when we talk about the imperialist intervention and the corporate loot of Indian resources and the labor of the Indian people, we are observing that Indian state is procuring Heron Mark II drones, a drone that has been devised by Elbit Systems of Israeli arms manufacturing company, that is being used to bomb the Indian people in Bastar. From 2021 onwards till now, Indian state has engaged in aerial bombing for at least 5 times on Bijapur-Sukma border of Bastar. So we are seeing that Heron Mark II drones is most probably it is the drone that is being used to drop bombs on the people in Bastar, because Indian state has accepted that it is using drones for surveillance. However, it has denied that it is using drones for military purposes. But Indian state did make a deal of $200 million with Elbit Systems, and that very Elbit system is now investing in Adani's defense endeavors and is jointly producing Hermes 900 drones by using the cheap metals looted from the very earth of our country, and by displacing the people of our country. They are using those cheap materials, cheap metals, and the cheap labor of our people to develop genocidal weapons that are currently being used in Gaza to carry out that genocidal imperialist war on the people of an oppressed nationality.
And India is one of the closest countries to Israel today. And the drones that are coming from Israel, that are bought by India from Israel, or they even have some kind of a quid pro quo where poor Indian workers are today lining up to go and work in Israel, now that with the kind of situation in Gaza, the Palestinian workers are no longer available in at least as many numbers as before. So that gap in Israel is being filled up by cheap labor from India. In any case, those drones are used in central India, where there is a left-wing rebel army fighting, doing this resistance against the displacement of indigenous people and the kind of forced mining that is taking place.
The genocidal war that is being waged by Indian state against its own people has taken various shapes and forms and has also changed its name over the years. So once it was Operation Green Hunt and Operation Samadhan Prahar, it has now formulated itself into a much broader scheme called Suraj Kund scheme that has its ideological ideological conceptual basis in Phoenix program that was devised for South Asia, and particularly it was used in Southeast Asia in Vietnam to quell the communist insurgency and to suppress the national liberation struggle of Vietnamese people against US imperialism. And since then, US imperialism has aided its puppet regimes across the world to suppress any kind of resistance against imperialist onslaught and the hegemony of their puppet rulers on ground. On that note, we extend our support to the people's struggle in Gaza, in Yemen, in Haiti, and other parts of the world, wherever people are resisting against imperialist onslaught and loot of their resources. And we also call upon all the forces across the world, all the progressive democratic forces across the world, to stand against the genocidal war being waged against the people of India in central Indian regions in the interest of foreign capital as well as the big capital of India. We also would like the viewers to protest against the collaboration of Indian state with Israeli state in procuring technology that is being used to maim and kill and massacre Indian people. Recently in India there have been more than 100 people have been killed in encounters in the past 3 months alone. That includes combatants as well as non-combatants, who are protesting against the corporate loot of people's resources and the displacement of the Adivasi peasants.
I congratulate you for doing this kind of a direct action, I would say, and not just focus on governments and political representatives, but directly on these companies and the supply chains. I know in a lot of places, the transport of arms to Israel, activists and even workers who work in those warehouses and ports and terminals. If we can do a direct action there itself and block the movement of those weapons, so when these weapons are coming to India, it will be something that we can maybe take up in the coming days, where in Delhi they land those shipments, and if we can block the further transportation of that, if we are able to target the supply chains, this would be great. So I think let's be in touch. My solidarity, all our support from India, because we are involved in a similar struggle. It's just that we are at a different point, different place in the supply chains maybe, or in the thread of resistance, but we are all with you, and all my greetings, and as we say and do in India, Lal Salam to all of you.